All right, so my name is Anita Thompson. I am a digital engineer for the Nevada Department of Education, and I am going to share with you what's the hype about HyperDocs. So I have a QR code here, which will link directly to this presentation, as well as the bit.ly link that is right there at the bottom. So some learning outcomes. You're going to learn how HyperDocs allow for differentiation, engagement, collaboration, and tech integration. Develop awareness of different tools, which can enhance student learning in HyperDocs. Find and adapt HyperDocs created by other teachers, and hopefully you'll be ready to create and share a HyperDoc yourself. These are the original gurus for the HyperDoc. It was created by Lisa Highfill with assistance of Kelly Hilton and Sarah Landis. And these three wonderful, amazing educators wrote the book, the HyperDoc Handbook. This is definitely an amazing resource. I highly suggest it. It is filled with plenty of templates, lesson ideas, as well as just further information from other teachers. It is definitely a must-have. And I do have a link at the end of this presentation that will take you directly to where you can purchase it. It is not that much money. It is well worth it. So what is a HyperDoc? Well, it is a collaborative and interactive so that students can explore, use voice and choice, and be creative. It can also be personalized to meet students' specific needs through the use of web links and visuals. And here is a sketch note of more of what HyperDocs can do. It enhances engagement and inquiry. It is used for differentiating instruction. It is a transformative method of delivery of instruction, an interactive digital lesson using blended learning, provides student reflection and student collaboration. It is simply not a digital worksheet or a doc with links. Okay, it is not the same old teaching. And it is not everybody learning alone, one-to-one. So this is definitely a tool that can be utilized for distance learning, hybrid learning, and face-to-face instruction. So again, HyperDocs are carefully crafted digital lesson plans that require educators to have a mindset of thoughtful pedagogy. It visually engaging and packaged learning experiences, and it is the how for student use of technology to create, collaborate, think critically, and connect. HyperDocs are not, as I said before, just Google Docs with links. They are not pre-made curriculum, and they are not a new app or web tool. And again, it is not a digital worksheet. HyperDocs allows you as the teacher to be a designer, not an assigner. And that is a quote directly from the HyperDoc Handbook. Adobe Sparks describes HyperDocs as the spark that reignites our passion for teaching and learning, making it possible for us to flip our role and the role of our students from consumers to creators. Adobe Spark is a program that can be used within a HyperDoc. Here is a video created using Powtoons of more into how HyperDocs are defined. I definitely encourage you to watch this. It really does explain more in depth. But for sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and skip over it. So why use HyperDocs? Well, it's all about the packaging. Okay? Would you rather get a worksheet uploaded as a editable document, or would you rather have an enhanced and engaging document filled with links and videos, tools for you to use to create, tools for you to use to collaborate, tools for you to use to research? And I have examples of both on the links provided. HyperDocs follow the ISTE standards. Nevada has adopted the ISTE standards. They are NVACs for technology, and we have them both for educator and for students. HyperDocs meets both sets of standards. Here are some examples of packaging options. Of course, you have your Google Docs. That's where they were originally created in, but then teachers took it a step further and found that they can be used and created in any of the Google Docs apps. For example, Slides, which is my preference for HyperDocs because of all the functionalities within it, Google Forms, Google Sites, and Google Maps. You can also build a multimedia text set board or a game board, which allows students to actually play a game and complete the different tasks within the game board. You can also build a HyperDoc as a Google slide deck, and both of those are links to templates where you can start from. Steps to creating a HyperDoc. First and foremost, determine your objective or objectives. What is it you want your students to learn? Select which learning cycle you will like to use. You have the Explore, Explain, Apply, Connect, Teach, Engage, Application, Reflection, or the 5E model. Engage, Explore, Explain, Elaborate, and Evaluate. And then select your packaging. Do you want to use Google Docs? Do you want to use Google Slides? Do you want to use Google Maps, Google Forms? A little bit of all of them. Google Sites? It's up to you. What will best fit the outcome for your learning objectives? And then build your workflow. For your Engage, your Connect, your Explore, you might want to start off with the video for students to watch. You might want to start off with a link to a tool that will allow students to respond to a discussion question. For the Explain, Teach, or Explore for the 5E model, that is where you can do your direct instruction in terms of maybe creating a screencast of you teaching a lesson, front-loading vocabulary, having students engage in a simulation. Your Explain, Apply, Engage. You can have students start to collaborate. Throw in some tools for students to collaborate on or with. Your Elaborate, your Application, Apply. That is where you can start really bringing in those web tools for students to start demonstrating their understanding. Using Flipgrid, using podcasts, ThingLink, Google Draw, creating a video within Adobe Spark. Possibilities are endless. Your reflection and your evaluate, that is where you can take it a step further with your students. They can evaluate or reflect on their learning. Tie in the metacognition, all of which students are really engaging and using those critical thinking skills. You are hitting DOK levels 3 and 4. Then, of course, design your HyperDoc. Make it pretty, make it engaging. It's okay to use colors. It's okay to use emojis. It's okay to use different patterns. Students will be engaged. They will be attracted to that. And it will keep their interest. Questions to ask. This is the SAMR model. Very similar to Bloom's, very similar to DOK. However, this is applied directly to technology. So you have your lowest level of substitution, where students are simply replacing a task with a new tech. There's augmentation. They're making improvements to that task. Adding new features with tech. Modification, they are significantly making changes using tech. And then redefinition, they are creating themselves with tech. So mentor HyperDocs, you can use these tools to provide several different examples under each level of how you can use HyperDocs to meet those levels. Okay, within your HyperDoc, you can have students using one of the following or multiple of the following. So here is an actual link for you to click on. You can see firsthand what it provides. And it has several hyperlinks as well that takes you to those examples and templates. Then you have the SAMR versus the DOK, how they meet. Your redefinition is definitely your DOK level 4. Here are some more tools to help you integrate and build within the SAMR model. And again, these are hyperlinks as well. So now you can start thinking about your first lesson using a HyperDoc. Okay, think about a topic you are interested in developing. It does not matter the content area, it does not matter the grade level. HyperDocs can be used across curricular. It can be used in elementary, K-5. It can be used in middle school, 6-8. It can be used in high school, 9-12. For any content, whether it's English language arts, whether it's calculus or geometry, whether it's chemistry, physics, whether it's world history, US history, civics, economics, it can be used. It can be used in the special subjects, business administration. It can be used in technology course. It can be used in music, art. It does not matter the content. So here are some templates you can use. Within the site, Teachers Give Teachers, there is a multitude of HyperDocs already created that you can choose from that will fit your needs. However, if you choose a HyperDoc you want to use, you can remix it, in which you make a copy of it, and you can make changes that you see fit, or make adaptations, add to it, take away, make it your own. And again, that's called remixing. Now, it's very important that you maintain credit where credit is due. Teachers that created their own HyperDocs and uploaded, they left either their Twitter handle or their name on every slide or every page within their HyperDoc. It is proper etiquette to leave their name or Twitter handle there. That way, credit is still maintained. Here are tools for creating. This is just a few. There are so many more. And here's tools for collaboration. Again, just a few. There's so many more. These are all direct links as well. Here are some more tools to collaborate, some tools for critical thinking, tools for communication, and tools for creating. Now, it's very important that you check your district's policy regarding some of these tools in terms of privacy. However, most of them do follow the privacy requirements, in which if they ask students to sign in with Google, their Google accounts, then it does meet the privacy requirements. And then just some more as well. You can also create multimedia text sets, also known as choice boards. Here are a few examples of what that looks like. Those are all direct links as well, and you can use them and remix them. Now, just to review HyperDoc Etiquette, you need to make a copy of another teacher's HyperDoc. Do not make any changes to the original. But once you make your copy, it's yours. Change the internal links to designers' original by making your own versions of the docs, apps, sites. For example, if the original HyperDoc created by the designer includes a Flipgrid link, most likely that link takes it to the designer's page. So you will need to change and update that link so if you choose to use Flipgrid, to link it to your page. That way students won't be adding videos to the original designer's page. Same thing if you want your students to connect to Seesaw or connect to Adobe Spark and so on. You will need to make sure that those sites are updated so it connects to your teacher or class accounts. When sharing your HyperDocs, when you get to a point where you can create your own, make sure when you share the link that it's in view or copy link, force copy link. That way, no one can accidentally make changes to your original. Make sure sharing options are for everyone. And then, of course, don't forget to credit yourself as the designer if you make your own. And again, you can do that by using your Twitter handle or using your name. So just like you are asked to maintain credit of the original designer, those teachers that are going to remix your HyperDoc will maintain credit to you as the original designer. Here are some HyperDoc resources that you can go directly to, including the website, the Teacher Give Teachers Twitter account, the HyperDoc Handbook, link to purchase it, the Pinterest account, Lisa Highfield's website, and the HyperDocs Facebook group, all of which are very active. And then these are some HyperDoc gurus that you want to follow. The original HyperDoc ladies, Lisa, Sarah, and Kelly are up there, as well as many more. Nadine Gilkison, apart from the three, was my favorite because she had so many HyperDocs already created that met the needs of all of my students. Now, she primarily does elementary. In fact, I don't think she does secondary at all. However, any HyperDoc can be adapted to meet secondary needs. And then, of course, you can always do a Twitter search, #HyperDocs, and you will find an immense amount of resources.